On this week's NEC on the Run interview, we bring in Kaiyem Cleary from Moyne. Welcome, Kai, to NEC on the Run podcast.
Thank you. Thank you.
Kai, you're coming off just an unbelievable effort on Saturday in your win over LIU, 43 points, just incredible. We were talking that you kind of reminded us with all the things you were doing out there, a little Kevin Durant action coming in on Saturday. You got some contested shots, some long threes, you had an alley-oop dunk, so you kind of doing it all. Like, were you feeling it during this game? Like, how soon did you know that this was going to be your day?
Um, I mean, it took me a while to get started. I missed my first three shots, honestly, so I had a little bit of a slow start. But once I have the character, like once I see one go in, I can get hot pretty quick. So once I made like two threes, and I kind of got it going, and I had a lot of like good looks. My teammates were, getting me a lot of good looks, and I had like what 18 at halftime. And I was like, okay, let me just keep stay in rhythm. I wasn't really thinking about how many I could score. I just really was just trying to stay in rhythm. You know what I mean? As a scorer, that's kind of what you wanna find the flow of the game. You know what I mean? And when you see a couple shots go down, it helps for sure.
When you're cooking like that, do your teammates, are they trying to get you the ball? Are they recognizing that like this is going to be a special day here?
Um, Honestly, it's our offense. I give big credit to our offense. It works perfectly for a lot of our guys' playing style. We kind of just play. We just kind of flow with the ball. There wasn't really no, get Kai the ball. It wasn't like that. I feel like I was just in the right spots at the right times, and just kind of what I do. In general, but a lot more shots were I was hitting a lot more shots and kind of staying aggressive throughout the course. So yeah, I just give a big credit to my teammates for finding me, and it's just our offense. It's really hard to guard when we move the ball so much, and there's a lot of actions going on, and it kind of just fits my playing style almost perfectly, honestly.
So one of the things I was thinking about was you scored 43 points. So you destroyed your previous career high, but you also made history at Moyne. Like
Yeah.
this was a record I saw that has stood since 1954-55 season. Like,
Yeah.
how does it feel to you to be part of something that has been in that book for so long? And now it's your name's in the book.
It took a while for it to sink in, honestly. I didn't really over the weekend. I had a day off yesterday, over the weekend when I was speaking to my peoples and stuff, that was kind of when they emphasized to me like, it was a big accomplishment what you just did, because I you know, we're hard on ourselves sometimes, so we don't really, give credit to ourselves for what we did. But my peoples back home were really saying like you should be proud of yourself for what you just done. So yeah, it really only just sunk in. But yeah, I'm proud. It's a definitely a good accomplishment.
Kai, it's been quite the basketball journey for you. You're from England. You played for Great Britain's FIBA 20U team. You went to Florida, played for Florida Southern and Florida Southwest State near Fort Myers. You went to Ball State, and then you transferred to Moyne. So you've been pretty much everywhere on the map, it seems like. I'm just curious, someone with your athletic profile, I'm sure you had plenty of interest this offseason when you're looking to transfer from Ball State. Why did you choose Moyne and Coach Champion's program for your final year of eligibility?
So I don't know if you guys know, but Coach Champ was the guy that initially recruited me when I was coming out of prep school. So I was coming out of prep school. I didn't really have any offers. I was sending emails to schools like, "Hey, I'm this kid from England. I just need a chance." When Coach Champ, he was an assistant coach at Florida Southern at the time. He called me back and said, "Hey, I've seen your tape. We're interested. We'd like to get you on a visit." And they offered me there. So, he Coach Champ's a big part of it, and Ben Morello too, my assistant coach, because my freshman year, like I said, Coach Champ was with me that whole year as an assistant coach, working me out, developing me as a player. And Ben Morello, my assistant coach, was my teammate too. So, you know, 5 years later, just skipping back 5 years later, when they called me and said, we would want you here, you fit the program. It was almost like a no-brainer to me. He said, let's make your last year your best year. let's go do some special things as a team. You know, we're going D1. You have a really good chance to, you know, do well in the NEC. And they knew what I could do. They knew my talent. They've seen me play, of course. You know, so it was a no-brainer for me. And just to be around, you know, a group of people that I was comfortable with, you know, like I said, the coach and also my ex-teammate being my assistant coach, it was a perfect situation for me, you know, after everything I've been through. I knew I could come to Moyne and just focus down, just knuckle down my last year and have the best year and, you know, feel at home, feel somewhat like I was at home because of the people I knew and the people I'd be around. So it was a no-brainer for me to come to Moyne.
Yeah, how much of Lemoyne's entry into Division 1 into the Northeast Conference was a factor towards that decision for you to come to coach champion?
Um, Honestly, honestly, it wasn't really a factor because when he first called me, he didn't tell me initially. It was later on. He said, you know, we might be moving to D1 in the NEC, but they were still D2 at the time. And, you know, honestly, my mindset was, you know, initially I was still trying to play stay D1. But I said, you know what, like I just want to go have fun my last year. I want to go, you know, and I want to end it with a bang. I want to play the best basketball for my last year. So when for the next season, you know, I'm confident. I've just had a good season. So I wasn't really, you know, I wasn't really too fussed about like, okay, let me stay D1. Let me, you know, let me continue to do the D1 route. I was okay with us staying D2 and just going and, you know, just enjoying playing basketball, you know, doing the thing that I love. And then it just worked out that way. So it was, you know, everything worked out perfectly. You couldn't have written it better, you know what I mean? So yeah.
That's amazing. Love to hear that. That's a great story. Um, so I got a chance to see you and your teammates play up in person the previous week. I was up at the St. Francis game when you guys went crazy and hit all those threes. It was really fun to watch. You could really see that your offense is clicking right now. You're
Yeah.
leading the league in offensive efficiency at this time. You, of course, you're leading the league in scoring in NEC play. From your perspective, you mentioned that the style that Coach Champion employed is good for you. What
Mm.
is it about that scheme that makes it a good fit for you?
It's not scripted. We came early and started. He explained how he wanted the offense to be, and it's almost he lets us play, and there's a structure, and then it allows us as players to almost freestyle within that structure. So there's always going to be a structure. So then if we don't have nothing on the fast break, we can get into the flow of our offense, and the type of players we have it it works perfectly. And obviously, at times, there's still a lot we still have to figure it out because, like I said, we're kind of going off each other. You know what I mean? We're really trying to find the flow. It's not like a hey, do this, we're doing this, call a play, say it's not, it's all right, pass, it's read and react. You know what I mean? And you know, me coming from Europe, kind of having that's how we play. You know what I mean? You know the European game. That's how we play. So that's almost ingrained in me. I add my athleticism and my shooting to it. You know, it just works perfectly for me personally. But also the guys that we have on the team, we have threats. We have so many threats. Like so, once we get the ball moving, it's anybody's night. Honestly, you know.
Ron mentioned earlier that your 43-point effort, you kind of look like Kevin Durant out there. So I'm curious, is there an NBA player like Durant that you like to model your game after?
Kobe. When I first picked up a ball, and I started playing young, because basketball is not really big in England. So Kobe was, you know, big at the time. He was only really showing Kobe. He was like the star. So when I started, I was watching a lot of Kobe. Went going to the park and you know doing the leg kick. That's where I get the leg kick from. All coaches try to tell me to take the leg kick out, but you know something that's just came from watching Kobe, watching Jordan. You know what I mean? So yeah, Kobe was definitely my favorite player. My favorite player to watch.
That was actually my next question, Kai. I was going to ask you about your 3-point shot because of the uniqueness of it, because you're kicking out that right leg as you're finishing your shooting stroke. So I was curious about the origins of it, but this does sound like it was Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, definitely. I literally wanted. I would go to the park, go to the park and literally try just do his jump shot, kicking the leg, doing the fadeaways. That was just that's where I found the beauty in basketball initially, just going to the park, freestyling, being free. So yeah, he just came, and I can't get rid of it. You know what I mean? No matter how many coaches tell me to stop fading or kick my leg, it's ingrained in me. It's a part of me.
Yeah, and so you
It
bring
looks
a
so
lot
good
of
on
length.
highlights, though.
Hmm?
Sorry, Ryan. I was just gonna say it looks so good on the highlights, though, when he kicks that leg out. Looks amazing.
Yeah, there's nothing like it. So Kai, you bring a lot of length and athleticism to your game as a guard wing, and obviously you're having a great fifth year now in college. I'm just curious, what are your plans? What are your aspirations when you graduate from Moyne?
Definitely to play professional at the highest level. Wherever I can get paid and still play my game and compete. So I've definitely got aspiration to play pro. It's always been on the board as soon as I started playing. I wanted to play professionally, and I still want to play at the highest levels. I still want to play against the best, whether it be NBA, G League, top league overseas. You know, um, but where I can just really continue to play the game I love. I feel like that's the most important thing. I've bounced around a lot. I've been in a lot of different environments, a lot of different places, and I play the best basketball when I'm having fun, when I'm doing what I love and I'm flowing, I'm in rhythm. So, definitely playing professional basketball, where I can still, go out and do my thing for sure.
It's a great perspective. So let's talk about your team for a minute here. Moyne, you guys are on a roll now. You've won 3 in a row, 4-2 in the conference, near the top of the standings. Moving forward, you got a 4-game road trip coming up. You got some tough games, Wagner, Sacred Heart. What do the Dolphins need to do to continue this run and stay and keep challenging to be at the top of the league?
Keep doing what we're doing right now. We're not looking ahead of ourselves. We know we're a constant underdog, which we love. I feel like we've embraced that. But yeah, just take it one game at a time. I feel like the coaching staff do a great job at, preparing us each day for the next step. You know what I mean? Because we don't, like I said, we don't look at anybody else but the next opponent. And our practices are breaking down, how we're gonna get these wins. You know what I mean? What we're gonna do to the team, where's weaknesses, where our strengths, and we immediately just get right to it. How are we gonna win this game? So, just taking it every practice at a time. It's that time of the year where we're getting to that point. But yeah, so we just got to stay focused, come to practice every day, and really just own in on trying to get these wins, trying to rack up these wins and keep this thing rolling.
Last question, Kai. I look at your team, and there's a lot of experience on this team. Some of it is guys that have gone up through D2. Others, you have a lot of grad transfers that have played at the D1 level. When I see your team with all that experience, how does that help you? Like when you played at Central Connecticut, that was a tough game against one of the NEC's best teams. You
Mhm.
took their punches, and then in the end, you were able to win that game on the road. That's a great win. How much does that experience and what you have all gone through, either together or even separately, your previous stops, how does that help you as a team
Mhm.
when you have those tight games?
I feel like the first thing that comes to mind when you just say like the experiences are our composure. Um, I feel like that experience helps with that. So, we've been down, Merrimack was down 20, but we stayed composed and we just figured it out. We never crumbled, and we ended up losing by 6 or something, bringing it back. It was so even yeah, the tight games when we're away, the big games that we've played when we've played the D1 teams, the experience from all of our guys, it helps with us staying composed, during pressured moments, during the big moments, we kind of just we figure it out. None of us panic, none of us make, crazy decisions. You know what I mean? We don't have those like freshman mistakes where, we're throwing away the ball, we're playing hectic. So I definitely just say it gives us that composure. It gives us that, ability just to stay calm and stick through the process, regardless if we're up 20, down 20, we stay tight. We're a unit, so I definitely feel like the experience helps us there for sure.
Well, there it goes. You heard from Kai Cleary. Lemoyne is at 4-2 in the standings. Top three in the league right now. Kai, good luck the rest of the year. I'm sure we'll bump into each other along the way,
Mhm.
and good luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Appreciate you guys.